Hey YouTube, what's happening? Chris here. Want to bring you all a quick update on Digibyte. Right now we're up 5.18%. We're at 0.0108. Guys, everything's looking pretty beautiful here today. We've got a nice little run going on here. We have some decent volume happening, and we also have a MACD cross taking place on the one-day chart. So we're going to dig into all this, guys. If you like me doing these Digibyte videos, you want me to keep doing them, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment down low. You want me to keep doing them, and we'll keep bringing them to you the best we can, guys. But what we're doing here and what I'm so excited about is that we are getting this nice MACD cross that took place right here. This took place on about the 10th or 11th here, May 10th, May 11th. And guys, we hadn't had a bullish cross since April 10th. So you can see we spent a significant amount of time here underneath, and now we're finally getting that cross. And what we're looking for is the supply and demand to start shifting here, and you can see it starting to hook right now, even with this price action. So what happened, guys, we had this short-term uptrend that we're in right here, this yellow trend line, and we ended up breaking down through that. Once we broke down through that, guys, we found support right here at this green line. That's where I was looking for support, and we actually wicked down through it, or to it, about 4 days there, guys, and that was around that 0.00978, that area there, and that would correlate with this over here when we had this first little move up there. That's what I was going off of, and that's exactly where we're at right now, guys. So what we're going to have to see is if we finally start to get this change in trend here, because as you see here, what we're having, guys, is higher highs and higher lows, and then on this side we're having lower highs and lower lows. So now what we're going to try to change, we're going to try to set a higher high and then a higher low and see if we can change this trend, because right now we're underneath our 30 EMA, which is in orange here. We're underneath our 50 moving average in blue. We're underneath our 100 moving average in green, and we're underneath this purple moving average, which is our 200-day moving average, and that's the one we need to get up above, guys. Digibyte's been lagging a little bit behind here, behind like Litecoin and Bitcoin and Ethereum and some of these other ones who are already up above their 200-day moving average. So we need to get back up above that. I'm hoping this is the supply and demand change here that is starting to happen. You can see down in this area we were starting to get some doji candles, and then we actually had a beautiful follow-through candle here. We closed much higher, but the next day, guys, we got met. We tried to push up through this 100-day moving average. You can see the wicks there, and we saw rejection. Then we just got pushed back down. Now we're trying again, guys, but we're going to have to see where the candle closes today. It's going to be very crucial, because right now we tried to push through that 30-day EMA and we saw rejection. So we're just traveling in this channel between the 100 moving average here and then this lower horizontal support line that I had around that 0.00975 area there. Okay, but we are getting that bullish MACD cross, which is a good thing. And I don't know if you guys watched the Litecoin video I did when I put that Litecoin finally gets, or Litecoin gets a MACD cross, will we get follow through? And guys, when we got that cross, we ended up getting beautiful follow through. So these crosses are very important, especially when you're having a cross like this that's taking place on a doji day. That's showing that indecision for a potential trend change, and that there, guys, that's significant there. So we're going to keep our eye on that. We're going to see if Digibyte's going to continue to move higher in the days to come. The next thing we're going to look at here is our Fibonacci, and I just want to look at this individual move here, guys, is what I'm going to be taking. So from our low to our high there, so this move, guys, we wicked down to that 0.786, but we did not go down through it, so we're traveling in between that 0.618 and that 0.786, this area right in here. So this is just a channel that we've been in now since roughly, guys, we have been in this since April 27th. We've just really been moving sideways here. So Digibyte, it's starting to pick up, and we're going to see if we do get that continued follow through, because we do need it now, guys. We got to get up above that 200-day moving average, really start to get this stuff happening for Digibyte, because it is a great project. We just need price now to reflect that, which it'll come. It'll come. So guys, if I take it from the ultimate low here to our high, you can see there we're trying to wick up to now that 0.618, and then down here we didn't get to that 0.786 from this move, from that ultimate low, that doji that we had right there. And guys, since then we were having those higher lows. Do you see that? So this is something that you want to pay attention to, and what I'll do, I'll draw a trend line on this as well. Okay, I'm huge on trend lines, guys, because you even see this trend line that we had here, the break that we had out of this. Take a look at our percentage here. So guys, we had a break roughly down 27%. Guys, a lot of markets won't move 27% in a year, and this is just a little trend line break in cryptocurrency, and that's why we're here. The volatility is insane both directions, but that's a great thing. I mean, that's something that's very exciting. So right here would be the next trend line that I would be looking at here, guys. We had our higher low here, we have our higher low here, and we're going to see if we continue up and see if we continue to get moves off this. So like right here, guys, when we came down to this area, we basically had a Harami candlestick pattern there with follow through, and it was off that trend line. We just continued to move to the upside there, and that's what you're trying to find, are these wave counts inside there. That's what I'm looking for, at least. Okay, guys, so I'm going to get these off. There we go. And the next thing I want to look at with you is our stock RSI. So we're going to get into some of the indicators now, or oscillators. Alright, so with the RSI, we're at 72 and 61, so there's definitely more area to run here. We're getting over this top here, and the next top would be up around that 92 or 93, guys. We really can get overextended. So pay attention to that. But we had that crossover, and we're pointed up right now, so that's another good sign that we may have a little bit more room to run there on the stock RSI. Let's go to our normal RSI, our relative strength index. And guys, with our RSI here, we are having the higher lows. As you can see, we're having higher highs, so we're going to have to see what this RSI continues to do here. We're at 44, so there's plenty of room to run here. It looks like we kind of put in a bottom there. It almost looks like a quadruple bottom there around 33. We hit here, hit here, hit here, hit there, and now we're starting to move up. So that is another good sign, guys, and it looks like we may have had a trend line break on the RSI. Let me see here. Guys, I'm just going off my eye here, just a rough one, so that's not one. Let me see, because trend lines are very important. If we went off this one here, guys, something like that may be a potential break. Something along that line could be a trend line. So always, if you have your two touches, that's a trend line. 3 for confirmation. So right here we were having our lower highs, we were having our lower lows, and then there's the breakout from it. So we were looking at that. Next one I'm going to go to is our MACD. See how that's looking for us. And guys, MACD, like we talked about in the beginning, and that's why I wanted to go back through this again, what you look for as well with this MACD. So when you get this cross, you want to see a significant candle with it, which we had there, our doji. And also, do you see how the histogram, this histogram is ticking to the positive here, just like on this side it's ticking to the negative. Many people don't really pay attention to the histogram, but once it starts to tick to that positive, now you're getting that positive rollover with that positive cross here, guys. So that's what's making me think we may even have a chance of coming up a little higher and maybe challenging this 30 EMA here in orange. So that's why I wanted to come back to the MACD and just really show you how important these things are. But you want these crosses to line up with significant candles or on significant volume, that type of stuff. You know, you can even see the volume was decent on that day. It was above average. So there's some really good things taking place there. Also, guys, I wanted to pull out the Bollinger Bands for us. Let's see. There they are. This is just going to show us if we're getting overextended. So guys, right now we're just basically in the middle here. The bands are starting to tighten up a little bit because we're just moving sideways. So we're going to have to see here. Bands aren't telling us a ton right now. And then I also want to just go out and zoom out for you and show you what's taking place. Now I'll show you the bigger picture. So the bigger picture here, guys, what I'm liking to see are these higher lows there. And what happens is, you can even see in this area, guys, what you want to try to spot are like rounded bottoms, this type of stuff here. And we also want to see it happen, like if we could get a rounded bottom over like this over here on top of this 200-day moving average, that would give it even that much more power, because this rounded bottom here had to get up through that 200-day moving average. So say we even come up a little higher, put in another rounded bottom there, that makes it even that much more powerful. But what I was going to show you is, look how low we are in terms of the overall market cycles. Alright guys, so this is a market cycle in itself here. Then it shook out. We had that rounded bottom. This was a complete, so you can see your bear market there. You had your bull market here. This was a complete market cycle here. And then you had another market cycle here that we're shaking out now. And that's what we're anticipating, why we're trying to accumulate coins down around this area here. Basically our ultimate lows that we've had, where we had this rounded bottom here, we had some wicks down here, had some wicks over here. This is the time to be accumulating. Look how low we are, guys. So if we are to go back to our all-time high, look at the percentages that can be made here. So, which I believe we will, but say when we do have our next market cycle, and if it even goes up to where it was before, take a look at those gains, guys. I mean, that's over 1,000% right there, 1,077, and we're down at that spot. You know, this is where investors are looking to accumulate for the long term. You know, when you're buying coins in here, they're trying to hold through one of these, and then when they see one of these take place, they are out. They're going to be selling, just like over here they're going to be selling. So that's why we have to look for this stuff. And like there, we had tweezer tops up there, guys, where we would have known to get out, but that's what we want to do. You know, this pattern here is looking very similar to what we're having here. So what if this is even another little drop down, and then we start to get that rounded bottom and we start coming back up? So there's a lot of room to run with how far and how fast we fell, guys. I mean, this was a just nasty fall, and it happened within just a couple of months. So that's what happens in the space. You move very fast to the upside and to the downside. I mean, look at these shots, guys, blasting up like that and then shot straight down. So that's why we need to learn how to trade. Look, shot straight up, shot straight down. We need to learn how to trade this stuff so that we can take advantage of these major spikes, guys. And also we got to look for those trend line breaks. Look at this. I just saw this one here. So let's do this, guys. We'll just do a rough one. We'll go off the real bodies there, but take a look at trend line breaks like we were talking about. Look how much percentage was lost after this trend line broke right here. That was that big fall where we came all the way down. So if we throw in our price range tool, and this is the importance of, if you can understand and see when these trend line breaks, look at this, guys. That's 68% because the trend line broke there, and then you had that massive sell-off. So that's what we need to look for, broken trend line to the upside and to the downside. These are the things that can really make us some money, guys. So, you know, that's what I want to look for. I'm here for you today. I'm very excited about Digibyte just overall in terms of the project. You know, the chart's not exactly where we want it right now, but this is a nice spot down in here, guys. I mean, we're very low, and you've seen these market cycles just keep repeating themselves. So remember, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm never going to give you financial advice like that. I'm just telling you this is a good project. So this is one, if you're holding long term, I would continue to hold and wait till we get a spike like this. That may take a few months whenever it does come in, but it could be a fantastic opportunity if you have some Digibyte and you're able to sell up in areas like this, guys. So that's what we're looking at. If you like these Digibyte videos, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I appreciate you all, my friends. Take care.